Anova basically stands for analysis of variance. And it is a family of statistical method that is used to make the comparison the mean of two or more groups by analyzing variance. ANOVA basically equals to the ratio of variation between groups divided by variation within groups. So now we have to understand that what does it mean that the variation between group and what does it mean the within variation within the groups. Okay, then now it's the point to talk about between group variation and within group variation. To be more clarified, we have to know one thing that between group variation, it, it's substantially larger than within group variation, then it suggests that group means are likely different. Slightly different. And this comparison is done using F test. So the underlying principle of ANOVA is based on the law of total variance, which states that the total variance in a dataset can be broken down into components attributable to different sources. In this case of ANOVA, the sources are the variation between groups and the variation within groups. So here, let's talk about an example. Okay. Say teaching experiments could be performed. Teaching experience. Okay then. how can it be a perfect example of the analysis on variance, so-called ANOVA? The teaching experiments. mm, I'm sorry, just a typo. Teaching experiment. Then, teaching experiments could be performed by a college or university department to find a good introductory textbook. With each text considered a treatment, the fixed effects model would compare a list of candidate texts. So the random effects model would determine whether important differences exist among a list of randomly selected text. A mixed effects model would compare the fixed incumbent text to randomly selected alternatives. Fixed and random effects has proven elusive with multiple competing definitions. Okay, so it is a test where basically some assumptions are surrounded by. Okay, the number one, samples follow normal distributions. Samples follow normal distribution. And then samples have been selected. Samples have been selected randomly and independent. Number three, each group should have common variance. Common variance. So, as this is dependent on F table test, so a graphical visualization can be like this. This is F distribution. Okay. The ANOVA is basically is all about this. I have already talked about. We are going to talk about the analysis of variance called